Hey guys, this is Grant Coombs III, aka Balbomb, coming to you from another video for CardRunners.com. In this video, I'm actually going to be doing, I think, my first live play video that I've actually recorded. Really looking forward to it, trying to introduce my game to you. I'm sure you've had a lot of introduction to it, either based on the forums or my blog or by watching pretty much all the videos that I put out. And hopefully you'll see some of the things that I've illustrated in action, and hopefully we have some interesting spots here as well. I guess what actually prompted this is that, as I'm sure a lot of you know, the situation with lock poker is not looking particularly exciting for United States players now. And while I do have just a little bit of money still sitting on there, really doing just about nothing, I figured we put it to good use by going through a video. As always, this is going to be Table 1, Table 2, Table 3, and Table 4. We get 3-bet here by a pretty tight player in the small blind. Regardless of what hand I'm holding, I do like to normally check out their position stats just about regardless of what the situation is, whether I'm holding, deuce 7 offsuit or pocket aces. 12% is quite a bit, but I'm just going to throw it away. I don't have very many, don't have any blockers in that situation. If players are expecting me to 4-bet bluff, and do have a 5-bet shoving range, it's going to be blinds versus button anyway. So totally fine just throwing away that hand. Sort of amazing to me that the games are actually, I think right now it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I think there's still like 8 to 10 games going, even at 50 NL. I didn't look at the other stakes, but that seems pretty crazy for the situation locks in. That doesn't mean, by the way, that there's still some really good skins on the Revolution Network. Just necessarily would not recommend lock and trying to get out of here as intact as possible, I guess, with my bankroll. So when I'm starting up a session, some of the things I'm looking for is I really like to see a game flow, particularly at some of the lower stakes, 100 NL and below. A lot of times players will be more willing to put their stacks in pretty lightly. So I like to check out what the history of the game is, sort of what the game flow is going on before I make a decision. The other way of attacking this is actually just going head first and making a lot of really aggressive 3-bets and raises and seeing how they react to you. Both ways of looking at the game are definitely acceptable and certainly work, as long as what you're looking for is going to be the same as trying to extract as much information as possible out of your opponents. We get squeezed here by the button. As if these stats are right, over 40 hands, he's only playing 18-10. So I think that this is going to be a really good spot just to get rid of our hand. I think King Queen is a little bit of fool's gold. I think a lot of players like to call 3-bets with it, but in reality, I think it actually serves as a better 4-bet bluff in a lot of situations than it does calling 3-bets in position. And we see that probably one of the guys that we're targeting, he's playing 88-25 over a few hands. Just ended up shoving there. Delta instantly folding is sort of interesting. I think if he had a hand such as pocket queens or pocket kings, that even though he probably is going to end up folding them, it would probably take a little bit longer for him to do so. So I wonder if he did make a move there with something like king queen or king jack. When we have a more recreational player in the big blind, I do like to increase my bet sizes on the button, although my standard is typically going to be just a min raise. And against a player like this, you always want to be checking out who's directly on your left to see how wide or tight you should be starting your opening ranges. Over a large sample size, this guy's only 3-betting 6%, both from the button and from the small blind. So what we're definitely going to be looking for is to open up my range